Listen up, I'm Brian Pond.
Amanda.
And this is Take Me Out Food Reviews. Today we are reviewing Vienna sausages. Libby's brand Vienna sausages, which are made with chicken, beef, pork added, and pork added in chicken broth. Let's try that again. Made with chicken, beef, and pork added in chicken broth. Fully cooked. Alright, so this seems to be a low salt variant because like we're looking at here, it's only 790 milligrams of salt. But it's not marketed as low sodium, which is weird. And the ingredients are mechanically separated chicken, chicken broth, water. Contains less than 2% of salt, spices, beef, pork, sugar, sodium phosphate, sodium erythritate, flavoring, sodium minerals, and garlic powder. And the way we prepared this is we followed the instructions on here, which is heating directions for stovetop, which is heat sausages and broth in skillet over medium heat until warm. So these are skillet cooked, and they look disgusting. So we're trying our best. So I'm gonna have one plain first.
I mean, like,
there we go. They're squishy. They're squishy. It's like meaty marshmallows. Its texture is very soft, and I would say gushy and moist are good describers for this. Would you agree?
Yeah. To me, it's like cat food, but for people.
Pretty much. That's the but like this is potted meat, so like part of that is like how do you make it least like a cat food possible? All right, so I've got some Arby's sauce because we reviewed real food a little while ago. I'm gonna wash this down with some rich with some mineral water. Oh man, I'm at a loss for what you're supposed to do with this. Like, maybe I think cooking it in like a Worcestershire sauce mix would probably greatly amplify the flavor. Let's see how it does with sauces. I'm gonna say the meat's seasoning overpowers the Arby's sauce, and that's impressive. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. That was a failed plan.
We also have homemade cheese sauce,
which is just some simple Kirkland's cheddar mixed with flour mix, correct?
Flour, salt, pepper, and milk. So just a basic cheddar cheese sauce recipe you find on the internet. It takes like 10 minutes to cook.
Yeah, alright, this is the opposite. Now this tastes like a wad of cheese. And of course we have some gourmet restaurant quality salsa.
To me, it didn't pair well with the cheese.
Yeah, it didn't pair. So it didn't go well with cheese, it didn't go well with salsa, it didn't go well with Arby's. I'm starting to think it's not the salsa's fault. I think that these are just bad.
Yeah, because we reviewed the salsa in a previous video, so we know it's not the salsa.
Yeah. You know what I think most people do with these?
What?
Just eat them cold right out of the can. I think that's probably it.
I was gonna say give them to the dog.
This would be safe for the dog. So
yeah.
Is this safe? I'm worried about the salt content of this. Wouldn't be. I'm
not saying like every single time, but maybe like one. Would be fine to give to a dog.
Here's your treat, doggo.
Yeah. Because it's not 750 milligrams.
Yeah.
Oh, a little wiener. So I'm sorry, but this is disgusting to me.
I will say that. Yeah. I want to try other brands of sausage too, because like I have some nostalgia for these. Growing up, core Spam, Vienna sausages, things like that were in my diet. I just don't remember them being this bad.
Same, like I used to, where I lived and everything was like, my grandmother was, I guess you could say my grandmother was really old school Southern, so
I have fond memories of these.
Yeah, so like these Vienna sausages, Spam, gosh, like so many different things, like bread, cheese, like bread and egg. Like, she kind of went all out because like, you know, 90s, like this was good food.
I think a very vinegary something very vinegary could probably help this out. Worcestershire sauce, I imagine, would do well. I'm just trying to think of anything.
Well, they do make different flavors. Like I know there's a barbecue flavor.
Yeah, so we'll still experiment with these because we're kind of in research mode because these aren't good. I'm going to go ahead and get to the judging portion.
1 out of 10 for me.
I'm going to say they need to be adjusted for the fact they are potted meats. So, one, I can't recommend them, so I can't give it above a 5 if I'm not recommending it. The rest of them we'll experiment with, I guess, but like as it stands, like I'm gonna have to say this is about. I would give this I would say a 2 out of 10. I wouldn't give it a straight 1 because it's edible. Like it's not good.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, it's edible, but it's just.
Honey, you gave it a 1 out of 10.
I'm not changing.
Yeah, good.
I'm not changing. It's just like I'm explaining why I'm giving 1 time. Like it's edible, but it's also like one of those. What the heck changed from the 90s versus now?
I think that might be the power of nostalgia, and plus this is a different brand. I had different brand growing up, I think.
Yeah, I'm not sure what brand I had either, but like it says here on the container, it's ready to eat plump, delicately seasoned sausages. Enjoy them heated, chilled, or right out of the container as a snack. Main dish or sliced and added to casseroles and soups. But to me, it's just like the sausages are just very overpowering. So
what soup would you want to throw these in? Because one, they're in chicken broth, so automatically, so it would need to be a chicken. It would need to be a chicken soup that you throw these in.
Or a chicken base.
Now let's think poverty. Let's say the most appeal to this would be if you lived out in a rural area and shopping was an hour and a half ordeal, like good or more. So like these are potted meats that would sit there. I wouldn't want to add these to Campbell's chicken noodle soup, would you?
No, but I would say probably these might do well in just chicken ramen. Not the creamy chicken, but the chicken ramen. Because that way you've got the seasoned packet in with that chicken ramen, and I think it would kind of balance it out a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah, well, yeah, the broth that comes in the container would probably be a boost to the ramen rather than a negative. So I could see that as a maybe, but overall, it's a 2 out of 10. Do not recommend. We will try other brands of Vinny sausages just to make sure that it isn't Vinny sausages we hate, and rather than Libby's as a brand itself, because this is our first experience with them. Overall, I'm disappointed. My poor chopsticks had to touch disgustingness.
You ate more than me. I made it through half of one before I gave up.
I am full of salt.
Very salty. But I do want to try the different flavors that, like I said, like I know they have a barbecue flavor Vienna sausage one, so if it's in like a barbecue sauce those, maybe, but I mean it really just depends. I would just consider this.
I mean, I tried it with the Arby's barbecue sauce, so that I thought was going to pair well with it, but no, it didn't.
No. If you've had Libby's Vienna sausage or just a different brand of Vienna sausages, let us know in the comments if there is a brand of Vienna sausage out there that's good that you've had that are just like, oh my gosh, these are good. And
potted meats in general are something we want to review more of. We've already got a queso spam, so expect a spam review. We have Aldi's brand. We have 1 can of the Aldi's brand, and looking at it, it looks like it looks more substantial. Like it's got more salt content, more calorie content. So I have a higher hope for that one.
Yeah.
But overall, boo.
But yeah, let us know in the comments if you had this brand or if you had another one, your experience with that. But just let us know. Until then, like, comment, share, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video.
Bye. Woo.